here on CCFM 107.5. Beautiful song there, Breathe by Digby and the Lullaby. Just that, breathe, just that word just introduces us to the next interview that we are having. We are in studio with Natalia Malikwa. She is the founder of MTD. She has written a beautiful piece called Breathe. And she's going to tell us a bit about that, what it's all about. Natalia, ladies, welcome to the Fast Lane.
Thank
Hello, thank
you.
you so much for having us.
Ladies, the official horns.
Listen, we've got three beautiful ladies here. Ranges from, I just want to know how old she is.
Kendra, how old are you, Kendra? She's 4 years old.
So Kendra's 4, so we've got a 4-year-old. She's part of this beautiful piece that they are performing at the Masque Theatre. But we want to hear from you, Natalia. Please tell us, firstly, the inspiration behind the production Breathe.
So, Production Breathe is our biannual production. So we normally put together production so that we can showcase to the parents what the kids have been practicing throughout the year. But on a spiritual side, it is so that the kids can minister the word that they receive at the dance practice. So Production Breathe came about. I was reading in the Bible about the prophet Ezekiel, where God said that he will bring to life the dry bones. And that's how Production Breathe came about.
Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, that's absolutely beautiful. But also, maybe what message does it aim to to convey to the audience?
Okay, so Panita, you can take this one.
Oh, to the audience, we want to transform. It's like we speak life into dry bones because if you come from Lavendale, people are broken, drunk, drugs related, poverty. So we just need to speak life and we need to perform it out in our dancing, in our ministry, so that people, if they come to the production, they don't leave the same. That is the part that our role.
Absolutely beautiful. And can you tell us a little bit about the creative process involved in bringing Breathe to life?
So, the creative process. Okay, so like I said, we normally do our different productions. So the creative process with that, we have dancing, we have singing, and we have acting as well, a part of this production. We have a script written by Siobhan van Roy, and Odile is our narrator. So it was a lot of hard work putting together this production. It is the first time ever that we have done a production with a script, so it's kind of new for us. So much so that people they're calling it a musical now.
Hey,
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
So I can see you've got like what is the complement of the cast? How many?
Oh, so we are 45 members.
45 members. So the youngest being 4.
Yes.
Ek gaan nie vra hoe oud die oudste is. My ma het my goed geleer. So how has that been for the cast now, having to learn a script, having to put in all of that rehearsal time? What has that process been like for you guys?
Okay, so everybody didn't have a holiday, obviously, but we do have coaches as well. So each one has their own group. So I am with the tiny tots, and then Bianca is with the intermediate ones. Seth is with the teenagers, and then Gary is assisting with our senior dancers. And our senior group is very special. And Bonita, who's sitting next to me, she is one of the members of the senior group, and she's a grandma and a mother. So yes, so it reaches up to 3 generations as well. But like I said, it has been challenging, but we are putting it out there and we are going to do it.
Oh my. And then also in terms of you I know you mentioned the various art forms, but do you mind telling us what storytelling you'll be doing through those different art forms?
Okay, so Production Breathe, we looked at the biblical series, the history as we know of the Bible, and we checked out and see where God has breathed His breath over the stories and the biblical history. And then we have taken that into different scenes. And then we have acting and we have singing accompanied with our dancing, which is the main event for the evening in each scene.
Oh, wow. That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. And also, please, if you can maybe tell us what is the significance of spiritual dance? What does it hold in this entire production?
I think I can hand it over to Panita.
Oh, the first time I was dancing, I'm starting my first production this year. As you know,
Wait a minute. Let's
Hey!
ladies and gentlemen.
it's my
wow.
first year of production as my practice is going on. It's amazing. It's overwhelmed. You're just like in another level, the way you can breathe, the way God. It's a miracle you can breathe. There's power in the way you breathe. You're standing up. You have to be gracious because by it's God's grace and it's God's send his angels to woke you up because by everybody's not fortunate to wake up. So for God to breathe air into our lungs, He made us unique in our own image, and for that we have to be grateful. So for me, it's overwhelmed. It's amazing to be part of MTD.
Wow.
Mhm. And can you guys share some highlights or memorable moments from the rehearsals or from previous performances of Breathe?
Okay, so I'm gonna speak about this particular rehearsal and production. So obviously, I had to give the dancers biblical insight as to what Breathe is all about. But then I also gave them the opportunity to share and reflect. And then there was one dancer, Tamsin, and she's 17 years old, and she shared that sometimes when we are caught up in an anxious situation, we tend to hold our breath and we don't even realize. Sometimes we have anxiety, depression, and all of those other things, and we just hold our breath. And for her, production is just a moment where she can let go of all her anxiety, depression, whatever she's facing, and just breathe. So to me, that was a highlight, knowing that the girls could then reflect and share their testimonies and revelation on the theme Breathe. So it's not just a theme, it's a personal thing to them.
Wow. Anything from your side?
Now, anything from my side is everything is just overwhelming. It's just it takes you to a high levels because we had one practice on a Saturday morning. Natalia came late, Coach Natalia came late, and somebody else was taking us. And at the point we were in the other spirit realm for 2 minutes. I was literally crying because something happened that I can't explain. The way that you move, the way you, and I mean, it's my first year. I was always just watching them, and I decided to join MTD this year. But I was on for 2 minutes. We were two girls of us were on the other level than the senior team, and that was amazing. It's a feeling I can't explain.
The young lady, is she ready to say anything yet to our people? What was she going to say for us earlier? No, not yet. Okay, we'll get you. We'll get a goodbye or something. And then also before we get to the tickets and the prices and how people can purchase that, in terms of MTD production, what do what's the future plans after the conclusion of Breathe? Are there any upcoming projects or collaborations in the works?
Yes. So we do have a workshop with prophetic praise in August, and then we also have our end of year, which is our Christmas production as well, which is coming up. But normally after production, we open up for new intake as well, because people come to the event and then they ask how can their children join and all of these things. So then we open up for new intake. But we always do workshops so that the kids can learn different forms, and not just from me, but from other people as well. Therefore, we will be teaming up with prophetic praise.
I hope you guys get a chance to breathe.
Yeah, it seems like you need to breathe at some point. At some point. Have you been enjoying it? Tell us, do you like what you're doing? Do you enjoy it?
English, Afrikaans.
You know, we prepared a Jason.
did,
I
I
even
did.
told her I'm taking her to McDonald's afterwards.
Yeah, we got to speak now.
Tell the uncle what's your name.
Tell the auntie what's your name. Tell the auntie
Is
what
it
you're
her
gonna-
first year performing as well?
Yes, it is a first year performing. And like I said, she's the youngest, but there's
Wow.
many others like her as well. They are a group of 15 tiny tots between the age of
Wow.
4 and 9.
Oh my goodness, it sounds amazing. Just listening to just that, those different generational gaps and all of that.
Yes.
It sounds absolutely amazing. But I also want to know, how do people purchase tickets? The golden
Okay,
question.
so they can purchase tickets on Quicket. You can type in MTD Production or Breathe. You will find it. So we have 2 shows. The first one is 30 Rand because that's our rehearsal show. And then that will be 12 until 3. And then our evening show is 6 o'clock until 9 o'clock, and that's 50 Rand. And everybody will be there. All our guest artists will be there. Alive in Cups is also accompanying us.
Come on.
Pastor Abigail Thebus, which is our spiritual oversight as well.
Wow.
She will also be there. And then we have a few actors, and then MTD will be there. Definitely. We worked so hard for this moment.
Oh wow, guys, absolutely love it. I absolutely love what you've managed to do from us, from one thing that came from you reading the word of God, and now it's all coming alive. And I couldn't be more proud and excited just to hear everything that you're saying. So I just want to wish you the best. We at the Fast Lane want to say that go ahead and do the best. We wish you all the best.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
We appreciate it.
Before we officially let you go, also, I know there are tiny tots and whatever ages listening, and I can see a couple of them online. Any persons you would want to send a shout out to?
So I would actually like to send a shout out to our MTD family, from the parents to the committee to the dancers
Wow.
to the coaches. I can't forget the coaches. They're very special. They assist me so much. So yeah, I don't know if Punita wants
Yeah,
to say
shout out
anything.
to all the MTD dancers, coaches, fundraising team,
Yes.
the committee, each and every one. It's part of MTD. Thank you so much.
And then all the people who support us as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. MTD, thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank
Thank you.
We have some exciting news to share with you.
That's right. Our team